The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 44. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of real women producing extraordinary results by finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Get your free audiobook at our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap-Chan, and today I have a special lady all the way from the UK, from England, and she is a mindset coach, a business coach, and she's going to share, her story of self-confidence with us today. Her name is Suzanne Maddison, and Suzanne, hello, welcome to the show. Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Hello, Sheena. Thank you for having me on your show. I've always been that confident person, so yeah, it's a pleasure that you've asked me to be on your show. So a little bit about me is I'm half Filipino, half English, and I was born and raised in Saudi Arabia, of all places. But I have been living in England since 2000, and before I became a coach, I used to be in IT. And so what that means is I can program both computers and humans.
That's funny. Awesome. Have you ever been to the Philippines?
No, I haven't actually. It's quite embarrassing. So my mom has a massive family and most of them are in California. So I've been to California a million times and I still haven't been to the Philippines, but it's on the list for next year.
Awesome. Because I was born in the Philippines, so it's a must go, especially to check out the beaches.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and I've heard it's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's awesome that you're born there.
I know. Yeah, I love it there. I mean, the beach, the city, the people, it's great. What is your favorite self-confidence quote?
Oh, you're going to like this one. Confidence, the sexiest thing a woman can wear.
I love it. It's not some, people just think it's the clothes, but it's everything, right? How you carry yourself, people can see through confidence just how you present yourself. So that is an amazing quote. That is a great quote. So thanks for sharing that.
No worries.
And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
Okay. So it's a bit like you said. So self-confidence for me is when you know yourself, know what you're good at, know what you're bad at, know all the bits that you don't like and the bits that you love, and you accept all of that. And you actually love you. And you're quite happy to express that. Because confidence, it isn't about the looks. Even if you put me in a room with a bunch of other pretty ladies, I'll still get attention because it's my energy. Yeah, so confidence, it's more, to me, it's more a feeling than how you look. And what I want to talk about a bit more today is rather than the fake confidence, the mask, it's that genuine confidence. And that genuine confidence only comes, in my opinion, from when you know yourself and you love yourself.
That is so true. And I love that you said that because, a lot of people out there have that fake confidence. And confidence doesn't always mean, you're loud, you're boisterous. You could still be quiet and still have that great confidence in you because you know yourself. You can put yourself out there. So I really love that definition. So, Suzanne, how was your life like before the discovery of self-confidence?
Okay, then. So I was thinking about this because I figured you were going to ask me this question. And so when I was a little girl, I was very shy. I'm an introvert by nature. But my parents, I've always had a camera shoved in my face since I was little. And my parents, were always pushing me out onto the dance floor as a little girl. And my brother and my dad were always getting me to beat the boys. And so from a young age, I've always been conditioned to get out my comfort zone and do these things, which you probably don't want to be doing as a shy, introverted little girl. But again, it's that fake confidence. So when that fake confidence, you're still worrying what others are going to think about you or if that boy's going to like you. And, I've worked in IT since I was very young. I skipped the whole A-levels uni or high school college for the non-English folk out there. And so, I was surrounded by men twice my age, working since 16. And you kind of get a bit of that imposter syndrome. Am I good enough? When are they going to find out I don't know all this stuff? So, there was a lot of that going on. So even if on the surface I looked very confident, inside what was going on in my head was the complete opposite of that.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And I think we all have that problem, or, we always seem to care about what other people think, and we want everyone to think that we know everything. right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's okay if we don't know it, right? I mean, we're human. We're not going to know everything. So,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love that you pointed that out. And, so what was that like aha moment that you had when you realized, you don't always have to be, having this fake confidence. You can just be yourself and people will love you even more.
Yeah, I love how you said that. Just be yourself and people will love you even more. So, aha moments for me. Funnily enough, you've already touched on one of them. There's quite a few. When I actually started my journey into self, one of my first aha moments, which boosted that confidence, was, I'm quite smart already, but then my dad's really, really smart. And you're always doing the people parent pleasing kind of thing. And it wasn't until I actually looked up the meaning of ignorance, or, being ignorant, that really changed my view on myself and the people around me. And most people, when you say you're ignorant or he's ignorant, she's ignorant, you kind of think, that means they're stupid, uneducated. But if you actually look at it, yes, that is one of the meanings. But, another meaning is that you just don't know. Like you said, and it's okay not to know everything, and when it comes to politics, I'm really ignorant and I'm cool with that. I don't actually want to know anything about it. So that was kind of one of my aha moments. And then I think the biggie for me there's two here, but the biggie was when I realized that I didn't love myself. And that was quite a big moment. Again, it was, halfway through my diving into myself, and I was doing a lot of drugs and trying to come off them. And this concept of self-love popped up, and I was just thinking, what the hell is that? You can't love yourself. That's a bit vain. And, you can't put yourself as number one. That's a bit vain as well and selfish. And then I kind of looked at it a bit more, and more I read about this self-love thing. And I was going, okay, so it's not vain to love yourself or even just like yourself. And looking after yourself first and putting you as a priority, that is not selfish. But it was really weird, that concept of self-love. I was like, okay, so how do I show my self-love? Definitely wasn't shoveling lots of drugs up my nose every weekend, or, I had a contract job and 2 businesses and was partying lots, therefore not sleeping or even looking after my body. That was not loving myself. And so that was, when you truly love yourself and look after yourself, that's when you get that genuine confidence. And I think an aha moment linked to that would be, okay, so I kind of get that, I've been blessed with both beauty and brains, but what tends to happen when you're growing up with that is you kind of, get a few people that don't like you. And so you might start to dress down and you start to dumb down. And again, because I was really looking into myself, diving deep into this journey, I, wanted to be my best. I wanted to stop self-sabotaging and actually do my best and look my best. And I realized, I think on a night out where I was just kind of blending in, wearing black, that kind of thing. And I realized that, whether I dress up or dress down or dumb down or actually be a genius, people are going to love me or hate me anyway, or they're going to judge me and think whatever they're going to think anyway. And that's got nothing to do with me. And because I was allowing myself to love myself, I just decided that, it's okay for me to look my best and do my best and be my best. And whatever anyone else is going to say about me, that's their shit, not mine.
I love it. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And especially, as women, we're so programmed to just, always please other people. If we like a boy, we have to act stupider so they can look smarter. And,
Yes.
really it doesn't serve us. And really it just, the guys just look down on us for, trying to dumb ourselves down when really we could just be ourselves and we just attract the right guys that come to us, right?
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned the guy thing, because, I get asked a lot about confidence, and particularly in the context of men and relationship. And what I say to these, women, young girls, is, confidence is what guys are attracted to in me. It's, yes, I get I'm pretty, but then I will speak my mind. I will speak my opinions. I will do stuff. I won't be like, oh, my hair's going to get wet, I'm not going to do this, or that kind of thing. It's that confidence, and that only comes from knowing yourself and loving yourself. If you're going to be insecure and wondering if your bum looks big in this, then, guys don't find that attractive. Yeah, so if you want to attract the guys, it's like you said, just be you and be the confident you. And, if the guy doesn't like you, then screw him. There's 7 billion people on the planet. I'm pretty sure you can go find someone else that will like you. Maybe even a handful.
I love that. And it's true, right? If the guy doesn't like you, it's not meant for you, right? I mean, there's someone out there who's better for you and who will treat you the right way. So I really appreciate that. And, so after that realization of self-love, what's your life like now?
Oh, okay. Well, when you have genuine confidence, and this is my goal when I'm coaching my clients, is I am all I need. I will do anything, try anything. I'm fearless and limitless. And, when you're all you need, that's a beautiful thing. Because it just means, it's great to have people around you and all this nice stuff. But, if everything got wiped out, there's a tsunami or something, I know that I would build myself up. I would get over, all the sadness and whatever else would come of that. But I would be able to build myself up. And I believe in myself. And it's also okay to be vulnerable and show emotion. That also comes with confidence as well.
Thank you. And it's true, right? Being vulnerable, it's okay to be aware of our feelings, right?
Yes.
Because if we suppress it or if we keep it to ourselves and not let it out, it really it hinders us more, actually. So it's really good if you feel like crying, just cry. If you're mad, I don't know, bang the wall if you have to, right? But after that release, you can start, having new feelings come in. And, so I really like that you mentioned that, because I think sometimes, as women too, we feel like we can't show any emotion, or if we do, people will judge us as being too emotional. And like, who cares, right? Women are emotional beings. It's fine, right? It's what makes us, unique, special, and powerful, because we do have an emotional side and we can relate to other people out there.
Exactly. And it's a good thing you touched on that, because that's the whole reason why I started on my journey into self, So I was raised in a very male-dominated country and in the IT industry. So I was pretty much like one of the boys. I was very logical and emotionless. And I got to this point, maybe like 28 or something like that, where there was just something not right. And when I started diving deep into it, because I was completely ignoring my feminine, and I was always happy and life is great. And I would never actually show any other emotion, well, not a negative emotion. And what that kind of creates is, it had me quite upset, because I was looking in the mirror and I'd realized that I'd always been little Susan, who always had to be happy, couldn't share anything, and, had to fix everything by herself. And what I realized is that friends of 10 years, they'd never seen me cry, and I'd never asked them for help. And it kind of creates an inauthentic relationship, because they'll come to me for advice and they'd be crying on my shoulder, but I would never ask for help. Everything's like, yeah, Susan's fine, she's cool, she's strong, confident, there's never anything wrong. And but that's not true, even as a coach, right? People think you're all perfect and everything, but you have moments of self-doubt and you have some negative emotions going on there, but I just don't stay in them there very long. My pity parties are like minutes, maybe an hour, instead of like days, months, years. But it was that, showing the emotion, that is normal and it's okay. And I think it can be quite powerful.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And it's true, right? Even though, you're a coach, I have this podcast, we all face like fears, right? I mean, when I first started even thinking of doing one, I mean, I kind of like held back for the longest time because I was so scared, And it's great that I have people surrounding me that tell me, just do it. Who cares if you make a mistake? If you stumble, you stumble. If you stutter, you stutter, right? But the only way for you to get better is to just keep on doing the things that you love, right? I'm sure when you started coaching, it wasn't like a walk in the park as well, right?
Oh, no, it's always a bit awkward when you first start.
Yeah, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. So I really appreciate that. And Susan, for the woman who's listening to your story, she loves everything that you're talking about. She loves all the tips and the stories that you're sharing. In her own journey of self-confidence, what would be that one tip you would give to her?
Ooh, well, if you want to summarize it, it would be start a love affair with yourself. Really get to know you, figure out who you are, what you want, why are you the way you are, what do you want to be, start asking yourself questions to really get to know yourself and accept you as you are right now. And then you can kind of work towards that loving yourself thing. And that's when you'll have that genuine confidence. So start a love affair with yourselves, ladies.
I love it. Listeners, if you're out there, start that love affair with yourself. It will be the best journey you'll ever go to because no one knows you better than you, right?
Yes, and there's no one else to do the job. You'll be pretty amazing at it.
That's for sure. And Susan, if anyone wanted to connect with you to get more info on your coaching services, is there a website that we can go to or any social media profiles?
Yep, so you can go to susanmaddison.com, and that's Maddison with a double D, or just find me on Facebook or Twitter at Ask Maddison. And, I like to talk and help people. And my discovery sessions are free, so if there's anything you're struggling with, or even, I do videos. If you have this burning question or you just want to know how I would deal with something, then just ask Maddison, send me a message, a tweet, and I might just do a video for you.
Awesome. That's an awesome gift and treat out there, listeners. So if you have any questions for Susan, or if you want to check out her website, just head on over to thetowofselfconfidence.com and search for Susan's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Susan for taking the time, to share her story, share her wisdom on self-confidence. So Susan, thank you so much.
And thank you too, my lovely. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Well, we would love to have you back anytime. You're free for an encore.
Hell yeah, bring it on.
Awesome. To the ladies out there, listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another woman's amazing journey to self-confidence, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us at the Tao of Self-Confidence. Head over to thetowofselfconfidence.com for full recaps of every show, our amazing blog articles and resources, and just plain fun. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits, so start today.